Imagine standing on a battlefield where your greatest fear isn't death, it's discovering who is marching toward you. Throughout history, a few warrior forces became living nightmares, making entire kingdoms panic before the first sword was even drawn. Some warriors terrified enemies through unmatched discipline. Others conquered continents with unstoppable speed. But one force became so feared that entire cities surrendered before the battle even began. Stay until the end, because history's most terrifying warriors may completely change what you thought about war. History remembers countless armies, but only a handful earned a reputation so terrifying that their names echoed across generations. These weren't simply skilled fighters, they became symbols of fear, courage, and relentless determination that reshaped civilizations forever. Each of today's warriors mastered battle in a completely different way. One relied on unwavering discipline. Another followed an unbreakable code of honor. The final one conquered through speed, strategy, and fear unlike anything the world had ever witnessed. Let's begin with the warriors who proved that absolute discipline could overcome impossible odds. Their courage became legendary, inspiring countless generations. Yet what made them truly unforgettable wasn't their numbers, it was their willingness to fight when almost everyone else would surrender. At number 3 are the Spartans, warriors whose name alone became a symbol of fearless resistance. They believed a soldier's greatest weapon wasn't his sword or shield, but an unbreakable mind willing to face impossible battles without hesitation. Unlike ordinary soldiers, Spartans were shaped from childhood. Comfort was replaced with hardship, fear with discipline, and weakness with relentless endurance. Their entire lives revolved around preparing for the moment they would stand between their homeland and certain destruction. Their greatest strength wasn't individual bravery, it was absolute teamwork. Every shield protected not only its owner, but the warrior beside him. Breaking formation meant risking everyone, making unity their deadliest weapon against overwhelming enemies. Their legend reached immortality during the Battle of Thermopylae, where a tiny Spartan-led force stood against the mighty Persian Empire. Although defeat eventually came, their courage delayed an invasion and inspired countless generations to fight against overwhelming odds. The Spartans proved that discipline could create legends, but the next warriors followed an entirely different path. Their code demanded loyalty above life itself, and their unmatched swordsmanship earned respect and fear across an entire nation. Who were they? At number 2 stand the samurai, Japan's legendary warrior class. They weren't feared simply because they carried razor-sharp swords. What truly made them unforgettable was a code of honor so strict that many chose death over losing their dignity. Every samurai lived by Bushido, the way of the warrior. Loyalty, discipline, courage, respect, and self-control guided every decision. To them, losing honor was considered worse than losing life, making their determination almost impossible to break. Their legendary katana became one of history's most respected weapons, but the sword itself wasn't the secret. Endless training, patience, and perfect timing allowed skilled samurai to end battles with astonishing speed and remarkable precision. Enemies respected samurai long before swords crossed. Their reputation for loyalty and fearless resolve spread across Japan, making many opponents think twice before starting a conflict. Sometimes, their legendary discipline won battles before the fighting even began. The samurai mastered honor, discipline, and precision, but the warriors claiming the number 1 spot transformed fear into a weapon unlike anything history had ever witnessed. Their armies moved with terrifying speed, and entire civilizations trembled before they even arrived. Claiming the number 1 spot is the Mongol Army. Their arrival wasn't announced by drums or speeches, it was announced by fear. Entire kingdoms watched dust clouds rise on the horizon, knowing one of history's most unstoppable forces was rapidly approaching. Unlike most armies, the Mongols relied on incredible speed and mobility. Their horsemen could travel astonishing distances in just days, striking unexpectedly before enemies had time to organize. By the time defenders reacted, the battlefield was already slipping away. The Mongols understood that fear itself could become a weapon. Stories of their victories spread faster than their armies, convincing many cities that resistance was hopeless. In countless cases, surrender happened long before the first arrow was fired. Their greatest battlefield advantage wasn't brute strength, it was unmatched skill on horseback. Mongol archers could accurately fire arrows while galloping at full speed, overwhelming enemies before close combat even became necessary. Behind this unstoppable force stood one extraordinary leader whose vision united scattered tribes into history's largest contiguous empire. Yet his greatest weapon wasn't numbers, it was strategy. And what he accomplished next permanently changed the course of world history. That extraordinary leader was Genghis Khan. Rising from hardship and tribal conflict, he united rival clans into a single unstoppable force. Under his leadership, loyalty, discipline, and brilliant strategy transformed ordinary horsemen into history's most feared military machine. The Mongols rarely relied on sheer numbers alone. They mastered deception, surprise attacks, and coordinated cavalry movements that confused even experienced commanders. Many armies believed they had won, until Mongol riders suddenly attacked from unexpected directions. Within a few decades, the Mongols built the largest contiguous land empire in history. Their influence stretched across vast regions of Asia and Europe, forever reshaping trade, diplomacy, warfare, and the movement of ideas between distant civilizations. The Mongols earned fear through more than battlefield victories. Their unmatched mobility, strict discipline, brilliant communication, and relentless adaptability made them extraordinarily difficult to defeat. For many kingdoms, survival depended on preparing long before Mongol riders ever appeared on the horizon. The Spartans proved courage could overcome impossible odds. The samurai showed that honor could become a warrior's greatest strength. But the Mongol army combined speed, strategy, discipline, and psychological warfare to create one of history's most unstoppable military forces. Centuries have passed, yet the stories of these warriors still inspire military academies, historians, filmmakers, and millions of people worldwide. Their battles eventually ended, but their courage, discipline, and leadership continue influencing how the world understands true warriors. Although they lived in different eras and cultures, these warriors shared one powerful truth. They achieved greatness not through powerful weapons alone, but through relentless discipline, exceptional training, unwavering purpose, and absolute commitment to their mission. Imagine facing warriors who had trained their entire lives for a single purpose and refused to surrender even under impossible circumstances. That level of determination is why these legendary forces continue to command respect long after their battlefields fell silent. History teaches us that true strength isn't measured by weapons or numbers alone. Discipline, courage, strategy, and unwavering determination are the qualities that transform ordinary people into legends remembered for generations. Now it's your turn. Which of these legendary warriors do you think was the most terrifying? The disciplined Spartans, the honorable samurai, or the unstoppable Mongol army? Share your opinion in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through history's greatest warriors, don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell icon. Join 3 Inside Vision for more fascinating top 3 mysteries, history, and educational adventures.